Asshole.
Pissing me off.
One of the best times in college, I was leaving a party, going to another party. Nick was with me, and we're like in Cedar Village, and like we got some girls with us, and we're leaving. Some dude spots me, some dude with like a pink shirt, and he's like, "Dude, that's a nice shirt. Where'd you get that shirt, bro?" I was like, "I don't know. My mom got it for me. Probably like Target. I don't know." He's like, and he just redirected the conversation to his shirt. "Dude, this shirt, $100. No, dude, 40." I was like, oh, I'm gonna fuck with this guy. I was like, "Whoa, that's badass." And he's like, "What's your name?" I was like, "My name's Dino." He's like, "Whoa, is that Italian?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "No shit, bro. I'm half Italian." I was like, "Wow, I'm 100% Italian. That makes you half the man I am." And then we walked away. It was good.
Well, this is really loud.
Oh, really? You were bitching about how you couldn't hear before.
It's really loud.
Well, now you can hear.
Thank you, Bobby. So, other than your amazing shirt story...
Not my shirt, his shirt.
Oh, his shirt. Wait.
His shirt was amazing. That was the point of the story. But
Thank you.
Adam.
Wait. Wasn't your shirt amazing to that guy, though?
Well, he loved it, but he was really just trying to talk about himself.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
low
no shit. I
standards.
mean,
It was pink. It was popped.
anytime I enter into a conversation, it's with the sole purpose of talking about myself.
Well, that's why we're buddies.
I don't like this left-handed.
It's because you just like are incompetent with anything but your right hand.
That's how Boy Scouts and Satanists shake hands.
Too close?
No, bring it closer.
Boy Scouts and
Bring
Satan.
it close.
Wait,
Yeah.
You just bring your mic closer.
Hail
That's it.
Satan?
Me, the mic?
Yeah.
Me, to now?
Well, you're
If you're gonna sit back like
part of
that,
the
yeah.
Satanic Boy Scouts.
So
now.
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
So for real,
Sunglasses.
the,
Oh,
Bo-
I'm sorry.
the Boy Scout handshake is with the left hand.
I know.
That's a real thing.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
Boy Scouts are twats, so, I mean...
I know. I'm a failed.
How do you
Boy
know
Scout
that?
myself?
I wanted to be, but parents never let me.
What does a failed Boy Scout do after his failure?
Do I look like an
I
asshole
guess
right now?
We come here. I don't know.
I feel like I look like an
I
asshole
do
right now.
video for a podcast.
Look like an asshole?
Are you assuming that you did not look like an asshole before?
Oh, I definitely didn't look like an asshole before. Wearing this shirt, maybe, but...
It's a good shirt! That's my shirt.
That's a nice shirt, bro.
How Italian are you, though?
On a scale of 1 to fucking...
On a scale,
Dante.
on a scale of 1 to fucking mozzarella,
Yeah.
0. Not at all, as far as I'm aware.
Better.
Oh, shit. How Italian are you, Adam?
As far as I know, not at all.
Really?
All my friends are Italian, though. It's
I
weird.
love that
Yeah,
song.
they are.
All my friends are Italian. All my friends are Italian. No,
Is that a song?
No, it's All My Friends Are Dead by who sings All My Friends Are Dead?
I don't know.
I can't remember the name of the band. They used to play it on BAM all the Viva La Bam all the time.
Really?
CKY?
Yeah. What?
CKY?
It's not CKY. That was like wasn't that his brother's band or something?
I think his brother was in him.
Yeah, no.
Or no?
No.
Or no, he was just boys with him.
I think his brother was. I don't.
His brother's a drummer for CKY,
So
I think.
so now that we're talking about Viva La Bam, they're filming Jackass 4.
No.
Yes.
They're like 50 and
Suppose-
off drugs.
Supposedly, like the first day they did a stunt, and Johnny Knoxville was sent to the hospital.
Forever. Like indefinitely. He probably rode a razor scooter and tripped over a curb.
And he rode a razor scooter, and it fucking whipped around and cracked him in the ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sneezed.
Which, listen,
he threw out his
understandably-
back and he went to the hospital.
Hey, listen, that razor scooter thing with the ankle, I understand why he had to go to the hospital, because that shit is
Terrible feeling.
painful.
Yeah, it's some
Like,
intense metal right there. In
That's
Wisconsin.
fucking metal. I heard, and this is just some scuttlebutt, that Trump had mentioned that he was going to be bringing back torture at Guantanamo Bay, and that was one of the forms of torture. They were just going to kick a fucking razor scooter into their ankles.
What do you read?
The Onion.
You know,
Hey, it's a legitimate news source, okay?
That's what the terrorists are like. You know, waterboarding, it's awful, but have you ever been razor scootered?
Did you know that they would like play like the Barney theme song on an endless loop and keep
I
you
heard
awake?
about that. I heard about that.
Like they would flash lights and air horns, play the Barney theme song so you couldn't sleep.
I heard that they played a recent pop song on repeat. Oh, no, it was like a kids show song. One of the
Barney?
you might no, it was like a recent one. You might know, like one of the most recent kid shows. Riley you might watch it
No,
or
he's-
something.
he's the
They
oldest
played the
one here.
theme song to it on repeat in a prison, and they actually got
Baby
told to
Shark.
Baby Shark.
Yo.
And they
Baby
got told
Shark's
to stop playing it because it was cruel and indecent to the inmates.
unusual.
Well, that makes sense. Whenever I hear that song, I want to kill myself.
I
and
love
everyone
that
else
song, bro.
around me.
I'll
I
be
love
honest,
that
I've
song.
never heard it. I just know.
I swear to God, I love that song.
I know it exists.
Bro, so first thing, there's a dope-ass metal cover of it, so that's the first thing.
You would say that.
Second thing,
Is there a ska cover of it
there's,
too?
there probably is.
And I.
There's every genre cover
Yeah,
that probably.
yeah.
There's some guy that probably raps over it.
Why you gotta talk about the cover of a song no one wants to hear about? Why are you that
Because
guy?
There's a dope metal version of it, all right?
No, there's not.
But like the day it came out, or the day that it became like a viral sensation or whatever, I rolled into work like humming it because it was like stuck in my head. And sure as shit, the girl across from me when I was at Quicken, she immediately goes, "Baby." And so then
Wait,
we're
it's that
singing-
old of a song?
Yeah. So then we're literally singing it all day. Like I don't know, it's the funniest shit on the planet.
You got one of them spinners?
Yeah.
Shit, those were popular a few years. I got one.
Well, I figured I should probably order one, considering that I'm constantly doing shit with my hands and I look like I'm on drugs all the time, right?
It's not helping.
So I figured it looks better if I'm flicking a fidget spinner around than if I'm playing with my nose and touching my hands and tapping on shit.
Big Miami Boiz.
What a segue.
Well, that's what we're here to talk about.
Yeah.
Is Miami.
Hence the fucking shirts.
That's
Even
why we're
though
here. And the
Miami
sunglasses.
is not in Hawaii, but whatever.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
So we did some shit recently, didn't we? We're on season. Is this the season the Deuce? Are we officially? Is it? Have we? Has our sponsors let us go another season? I think so.
Did you say sponsors?
Yeah.
Did you say it with a question mark? Because I'm pretty sure if you're saying the word sponsors, it should be with a question mark.
Sponsors?
Sponsors? We will never bow to any corporate sponsor.
But we'll take whatever they give us.
We're
And
probab-
handouts.
I mean, we could probably be sponsored by some kind of offshore gambling site, or I don't know.
Yeah,
So if you
kind
run
of-
an offshore gambling site, please hit us up.
some kind of non-FDA approved experimental energy drink, something like that. Yeah.
It literally says on the can, awaiting FDA sponsorship.
I want there to
approval.
be an offshore gambling site that only does the gambling games that are in Vegas Vacation with Chevy Chase. So it's like pick which hand it's in, or like
Nah.
pick a number
Here's-
between
here's-
1 through 7.
War was one.
War, yeah, like that's the only thing you can gamble online are these like
I want to
joke
be
games.
sponsored by one of those those online pyramids, online pyramid scheme groups, right? Where it's like, yeah, if you just get 40,000 people to sign up, you can advance to the next rank, and you'll get double your money for sales. Like, I want to get sponsored by one of those, where they sell some stupid like miracle fruit drink or some shit, some real snake
Miracle
oil
fruit.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like Fireball and orange juice.
Yeah, but I want it to be some real snake oil where it's like it's got like cocaine, opium, and alcohol in it.
That sounds expensive.
Yeah, well, it's
How's
not
it taste?
what's that? Acai berry? Is it?
A Kia.
It is a side.
Acai berry.
Yeah, it's like that. Tastes like that, but it's cocaine. What did I say? Cocaine, opium, and alcohol.
I don't know. What does it feel like?
It's very relaxing and invigorating at the same time. I want to run through a wall and sleep.
Wait, do you think that's always what the Kool-Aid man did after he blew through the wall? He's like, "Oh yeah," and then he passes out. But they always cut it before he passes
I
out.
feel like he did the cocaine to run through the wall, and then as soon as he was done, he was so unhappy with his life, he shot up
Shut
and passed
up.
out right there.
Oh.
I mean, the man was an instant celebrity as soon as he hit the big screen.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
There's-
cool with a K is a cigarette brand, so he probably, he
True.
there's a
something
video out
too.
there of like a group of like demolition guys. I would use the term construction worker, but they were demolishing shit. So
Demolition.
Anti-construction.
Yeah, but
Is that a position? I would like
hope
to
so.
apply
You're
for
a-
that job.
you're a deacon.
Anti-construction. You just go through and fuck up everything they just did. We're anti-construction.
Well, you know, demolitions expert always refers to the guy
That
in the
blows
Heist
shit up.
movie that blows
Yeah.
shit up. You know?
You're an
So,
anti-construction man.
yeah.
But there's a video of some fucking like basic labor or whatever. They're like redoing or demolishing an attic, and he just jumps through a wall, like just a sheet of drywall, right? And he's wasted on Fireball, and he's just like, "Oh yeah!" And he's just fucking standing there like can barely stand up. It's the funniest shit I've ever seen. But big Miami Boiz,
We both went there.
as the name implies, we both went there.
We did. You went first.
I went first.
I went second, and it was all off the cuff. It was random and last minute. We decided it, and we didn't even talk about it because we went separately. What happened?
Not much.
Or a lot.
Seems like you guys have two very different stories.
That's very fucking insightful, Bobby. And the way you said that, it was so smooth. You sounded like you should be my therapist, and that makes me dislike you.
How does that
even
make
more.
you feel, though?
How does that make me feel? Like I want to punch you in the face.
Oh, this is working.
Embrace
Yeah.
it. Tell
Yeah.
me more.
All right, hold this.
I have to hold that so you can punch him?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a
I don't
fidget
want-
spinner.
How does
I
that
don't wanna
make you
get
feel
blown out.
about your father or your
If we
mom?
gave you the fidget spinner,
Father
you
and
would
my
stop-
mom.
You would stop punching people.
That's why you get. That's why you guys forced this on me. Hey, you're hitting too many people. Take this.
He's addicted to it. I showed him that 15 minutes ago. He can't stop.
Yeah, I'm like it's like a cat. Whenever you give it a fucking what I'm talking about, like a little fucking that thing, and they jump.
With a-
yeah.
yeah,
Or the little
that
laser
thing?
pointer. Yeah,
Yeah.
that thing. That fucking thing. Little fucking stick ball thing.
You know, fidget spinners, they seem like they should be from the 80s, but I think if you said fidget spinner to someone from the 80s, they would think you're talking about some coked up girl that you're taking home from the party that's like 5 foot tall.
The party is 5 foot taller than the chick
Well,
in the
you
party.
know.
Okay.
Both.
Both. It's a very tiny house.
Next time I go to a party, I'll be like, dude, this party's like 5 foot tall. About to spin it. And then I'm also a DJ.
You're such a fucking douchebag. I hate you so much.
Look at me. Look what I'm wearing. Act
So-
the part.
Miami was
It's in Florida, right? Is there another one? Wait, you didn't go to Miami of Ohio, right?
There's a
No.
Miami in Ohio.
You probably passed through it on your
We
drive.
might have. I don't know. We took some weird ass routes because we road tripped for the holidays down to we did.
Did you leave after Christmas?
We left on the 26th, so like 6 a.m. on the 26th. We hit Charlotte, West Virginia, which I'm gonna tell everyone, all 10 people listening and watching, do not go to Charlotte, West Virginia. It's the fucking capital of the state, and it is a shithole.
Hmm.
This is not a nice place. And we stayed right in like the government section where the state house is and everything.
Yeah.
You stayed in a hotel or?
Yeah.
Yeah, West Virginia is the place that people from Ohio don't go.
Yeah. I mean, and then so we're driving through West Virginia, and it's all like coal mining towns and shit, where the coal like processing factories are. Like, there's houses interspersed inside or like in the factory. It was fucking weird. It was just a bunch of podunky ass shit, and it was definitely. I thought we were gonna get deliverance at a certain point, right? Yeah, like we stopped off in a couple of the cities to get food and gas, and we're in a fucking brand new Beamer, and I felt like they were looking at us weird. The goddamn city boys, you know, that type of shit. Then we hit Savannah, Georgia, Savannah was gnarly, man. Savannah.
That is a lot more south. Was that the same day?
We stayed a day in West Virginia. Next morning, we just drove straight to Savannah. It was like 8.5 hours or some shit like that.
And you like Savannah.
Savannah was fucking money.
Tell me about it.
Stayed in the historic district. So I guess the history behind it is it's the only city that on Sherman's march during the Civil War that he didn't burn.
Why?
Wow.
I think the story was that he stayed there as a kid with his family, really liked the city, and did not burn it down for that sole reason.
Wow.
So everything's older and shit, cobblestone roads, you know.
Really?
All the brickwork is like uneven and like falling apart, but you know it was super cool. There's a Scottish bar down there called Mary McPherson's or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the bar, right? The bartender was from East Lansing.
No shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
no shit.
yeah.
No shit.
We probably know him or her.
But yeah, he was like, where are you guys from? We're like, Michigan. Or we're like, you want to do a shot, man? He's like, nah, no shots tonight. He's like, where are you boys from? You're not from around here. And we're like, oh, Michigan. He's like, fuck, I'm from East Lansing. I guess we're doing shots tonight. And then he proceeded to get wasted with us. And the bar was dead when we got there, right? And by the end of the night, it was packed. And we're pretty fucking sure it was because of the two loud Midwesterners that were just making friends with everyone.
No doubt.
Everyone.
Was
So-
there a lot of thick Southern accents there?
Not really.
No.
Savannah was more. It wasn't super touristy, right? But it was a lot of people from out of town. So
Mostly Midwest people.
yeah, nah, people from all around.
Anyway,
I mean,
okay.
yeah, but there were some thicker Southern accents, but not too many. But yeah, we stayed there for a couple nights. Started the night every night at the Scottish bar. Ended the night every night at the Scottish bar. Did some bar hopping, a lot of great seafood, all that shit. Then we hit Orlando for a night to do some business, and then the next day we
So
went
it was partially work.
business and pleasure.
All right.
Yeah, and
But you
so-
went to some of your accounts?
Not mine. My buddy Paul. I don't want to say what I was about to say about my Florida accounts.
But you
Yeah.
did you bring suit and ties?
Yes.
You did.
Yes. Always suit and tie. You never know when you're gonna need it.
True. True.
But then we hit Miami, and
What day was this? Day 3?
this
4?
was day. We stayed a couple nights in Savannah, so it was probably day 5.
So did you go to Miami or Miami Beach?
We hit South Beach, man.
You hit South
We were
Beach.
right. We stayed right, literally right in front of Muscle Beach.
Okay.
So we got down there, and the rooms that we booked ended up not being the rooms that we booked. We got fucking lied to. So that was a big pain in the ass. I had to sleep on a fucking pull-out
Where?
in a room.
In a room,
In a
or like a
room.
motel.
Yeah, no, it was we booked a room it was a single room that split off into two with a divider wall, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 king-size beds, 2 pull-out couches, all that fun shit, right? We're like, it's Miami, probably gonna be, out here talking to chicks, having a good time. If anyone, we want to have a divider, right? So turns out there's no fucking divider. It's just one room with a fucking king-size bed and a pull-out couch
And you both slept together on one king size bed.
on one pull-out couch. So yeah, I took the pull-out couch, and the next day we're like, dude, let's just get the fuck out of here, because then we went out, we hit a couple bars, and there were too many fucking people. It was the night before New Year's, and everyone there just seemed so douchey, and the way I described it was like, I said it was fake happy and then Instagram happy. Where everyone was just on Instagram the whole fucking time, checking their likes, the photos they took at Muscle Beach, and like, oh my god, everything was just fake.
Really?
Like, no one was interested in being in the moment. They were just staring at their phones, and everyone was just like bitchy. Like, fucking Paul bought a round for me, him, and 2 other people of like this $40 fucking scotch, right? So for fucking, it's what $160, right? It's not something you just buy.
Yeah,
day.
wait, so it was $40
per
per
shot, per pour.
per pour?
Yeah. And
What scotch was that?
I don't even
I
fucking
feel
know.
poor just hearing about
Yeah,
it.
I was wasted. I had
Thank
no
you.
clue. Dude, this is the night where I at a certain point I just looked at Paul. I was like, bro, I gotta go the fuck back. He was like, what do you mean? I was like, I can't, because we were doing Scottish accents, just being assholes, right? We convinced a bunch of people we were Scottish, and fucking at a certain point I was like, dude, I can't keep my story straight. I have to fucking go. Like, I was like, I can't. It's gonna be one or the other, bro. Like, either it's gonna be English or Scottish, and if I do Scottish, I'm gonna fuck something up. So I just dipped. Like, I finished my shot, and I was like, I'm out, bro. Like, cover my tab. I'll get you tomorrow. And
So you went back to Savannah?
So I went back to the hotel and crashed. And then I texted you. I was like, dude, Miami's a shithole.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I'm going in a week. How you gonna
Yeah.
tell me that?
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, next morning we're like, bro, let's just get the fuck out of here. So we packed our shit up, and we drove back to Savannah. And we
Went to the same bar.
same fucking bar. And the dude behind the bar goes, "How was Miami?" And we're like, "Shithole." He's like, "I warned you." I was like, "Wait, you warned us?" And he was like, "Yeah, your first night, dude." And I was like,
He's like, "Oh yeah, bro, I warned you about that, but
Yeah.
I knew you'd come back here."
No, he was cool, man. He wasn't deliverancy at all. He was just some dude from East Lansing that lived in fucking Savannah, man. But yeah, we spent New Year's in Savannah.
So
great.
I am going to tell my story of Miami, but before I do that, should you tell us your story of the Tinder match that you had while on the trip,
Bro.
or do we want to wait till the end? What do you think?
All right, I'll just get it out of the way. So, well, one of many. Let's be real. But
Two.
one of them. So like the whole ride down, like you're bored. You've had every conversation you could have. You're listening to music, and you're like, "Ah, fuck it, I'm gonna get on Tinder," right?
Are you gonna pull up the actual?
Bobby, do you have it? I think I sent it to the.
Why would I have
I sent it to the fucking band shop, bro. You should have it on your phone.
my phone, but I can't pull it up from my phone to the screen?
Well, you'll have to read it.
All right, so, God damn it, I'm not gonna be able to read it with these fucking things on. Can't see
Put your
shit.
glasses on. It's fine. I'll allow it.
All right. Okay.
So when did you? So obviously you're doing random Tinder shit, just fucking around. But you got a match. Was it in Miami or was it in Savannah?
This was, this is driving down to Savannah, I think. Yeah, I was driving down to Savannah, and my phone's off. Lovely.
Why is it off?
Because I didn't want it to make sound while we're doing this.
What's
And-
gay? Oh, I should probably put mine on silent.
Yeah, it's your
Yeah,
job.
yeah. But so I decide that I'm just gonna go through Tinder, and I'm gonna match with all of the chicks that are obviously like trying to sell pictures and nudes and shit, right? So
What? This happens? No. No.
So
Well, I have never.
Tinder is for cordial relationships.
and I match with this chick. She's not bad looking, right? I'll send you. I send you guys photos.
No, you just sent us a snippet of the conversation.
All right. I think
That's all
she
we
might have.
got.
I think she might have blocked me on Tinder after this, or like deleted me. So, I'm not gonna be able to show you pictures. I don't think. But, so I decide I'm gonna start fucking with her, right? And so I started off like a normal conversation, like, hey, just traveling down to Savannah, whatever. So, I'm like, so what's going on down in Savannah? It's my first time in town. She's like, I'm only on Tinder to sell pics and vids, right? Which
That's her response to
yeah,
that.
I'm like, we already know that this is the case. And I was like, oh, I'm like, yeah, that was my first thought. Ha ha ha. I'm like, still doesn't change my question though. Like, I'm like, you fucking live in Savannah. Tell me what's going on. Like, what's up? So she responds with, yeah, well, like, yes, like, what's the question? And I'm like, the fuck is going on in Savannah? Other than the booming pics and vids scene. Right? So she doesn't respond, right? And so I'm like, all right, Paul, I'm gonna wait. I'm telling Paul the whole time. I'm like, I'm gonna wait like an hour and message her back. So I was like, all right, about those pics though.
Give it to what she wants.
So she's like 10 for a photo set and 10 for 2 short vids. Longer vids are more. I take all payment through Cash App, and then she gives me her fucking Cash App screen name, right?
Okay.
So let's see where we at. So
You should have asked her, how's it feel to be like that guy that's trying to sell his mixtape outside a bar?
he's not even trying to sell it. He's like, hey, man, take my mixtape.
It's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. I know where this is going. Hey,
So-
I'm out of cash.
So then I give, I'm generous, right? And I want to see,
Generous. Wink,
people succeed,
wink.
right? So I give her a small business tip, and it turns out I find out after this, when messing with another one, that Tinder doesn't allow you to do this. But I'm like, honestly, you're going about this all wrong. Create an OnlyFans and send the link to anyone you match with on Tinder. Triple your business in a day. # free business tip. And
She respond.
so no, she doesn't. And so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give it an hour and I'm gonna respond.
That's the rule.
So then I'm like, all right, can I get a feet vid with you singing the Little Piggy song? And she doesn't respond.
I hope she took your business advice.
Well, I found out after the next one I was fucking with that Tinder will ban you. They'll delete your account or some shit if
what?
if you send your OnlyFans link.
Oh,
They don't want you doing it.
Okay.
So I guess it's not that good of a business tip.
All right. Well,
Man, getting banned from Tinder. Wow.
how do you
How do you do that?
do that? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah, we should do that.
Get banned from Tinder?
Yeah.
All right. Tell us how that goes. But that gave me an idea for a new segment where once a week or every other week I'll go through and match with all the shitty vid sellers, and then we'll just throw the screenshots up on the TV here, and we'll see how long I could fuck with them.
Also, we're gonna create a Holiday House specific Tinder where we'll match, we'll converse, and then we'll show you our conversations on the screen, on the big screen.
Now, is this just chicks that want to get railed by 4 dudes, or?
It's whoever matches with
No,
us.
I'm gonna be in the corner jerking. That's
No. My question is,
I'm not-
who are we
it's
matching
not
with?
gay
Is
if
my
I do
question.
that.
Everyone.
No,
Like-
it's not gay if I'm over there while it's happening. It's weird. It's weird that I'm doing that, but it's not gay.
They'll get used to it.
Listen. So long as you have the salads ready, so that you can create the dressing. This is taking it back to the French guys. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Authentic French dressing.
Authentic fucking French.
Oh my God, that was a couple episodes
Newman's
ago.
own French dressing. Fucking Adam's own French dressing. Wait a minute. This isn't mayonnaise. I have to, if I'm sitting in front of my computer trying to sell, I'm so lackluster.
Yeah.
Like if I'm up in, like, and the worst part is whenever, like, because I'll just fucking get into it. I'll get into cheesy, fucking sleazy salesman type of shit when I'm out pacing around. And people will be like, I don't need to hear the spiel. I'm like, no, motherfucker, you do need to hear the spiel because I'm giving you the fucking spiel, dog.
Yeah.
Like, shut up and listen. So I gotta pace or I'm fucking useless.
One of my best metaphors that I gave when I was on the sales floor was to one of my clients that was like, she was a processor, and we were boys, like we were like the closest out of all of my contacts, and she was in California. We'd always chat, like middle-aged lady, super nice, had kids and all that stuff. And I talked to her every day, and she would always, like call me if she had problems, and I would be happy to help. Like, so, like we were actually, it was one of the people I was closer with, and we had one of those new things that we would roll out, and I'd be like, Christina, you need to get on this. This is going to make your life easier. It's going to shorten the time with which you do your work. It's going to make everything less stressful. And she was a little more old school. She's like, I don't really see this working for me, in the future. And I was like, listen, Christina, people said that when the telephone came out, when the microwave came out, and like when all this shit came out, people were like, that's not going to help me. But I'm like, guess what happens 50 years later? They're like, I can't live without this. I'm like, this is I can't live without this thing right now. And I'm giving it to you now. She's like, I never thought of it that way.
When they rolled the television out, I don't remember who exactly said it, but like, this is a fad and it's not going to be here more than like 3-4 years.
Yeah.
It was Bill Gates said that.
It definitely was Bill Gates when the TV rolled out. Yeah. He was a respected fucking businessman at that point. Yeah. But I'm like, listen, fucking, I don't remember, like I said, I remember who it was. I'm like, listen, someone came out and said, TV is going to be a fucking fad. It's not going to be a thing in 3 or 4 years. It's in every fucking American household, let alone fucking, now we're talking about Europe.
It's going to be there.
Yeah, we got like 5 TVs now.
Yeah. It's in every room of every house. And you're going to fucking, that thing shook a little bit. I don't know if it's loose or the air just kicked on or what.
I hope it falls on you.
I do hope it falls
me
on
too.
Adam.
That's how I want to go.
Big Miami Boiz.
Big Miami Boiz. Bam! Adam's dead. No. But yeah,
Yeah,
your
paper
story.
weight,
What's
that's
up? How was Miami? Did you like it? Did you hate it like I did?
So it was kind of funny because you're like, I'm going to Miami, bro. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna drive with my bro, and we're gonna go down. I was like, that sounds sweet. And then, like a week later, randomly, my sister and her boyfriend, they're like, we're gonna go to Miami with some friends. I was like, oh shit, that sounds money. I was like, man,
How
I
were
wish.
the friends.
I was like, I wish I could go. And they're like, do you want to go? I was like, yeah. They're like, we're going in a few weeks. I was like, okay, I'm in. So we went. And it was about, grand total, about 11 of us. My sister, her boyfriend, a couple of his cousins and their friends. Really good crew, like really good people. I was like happy to hang out with them. Glad that they let me come along. And I was supposed to go to New Orleans in 2020, in the middle of 2020. I already had booked all the shit, and I had the plane tickets, and then obviously that was canceled. So I had, the whatever. I had like a free trip somewhere, so I was like, well, I'm gonna use that coupon to this plane flight. So
That's moving
flew
again.
for free.
Don't worry about it.
The angle change. I'm just saying.
Flew
Fall.
for free.
fine.
So I just had to pay for the hotel. So we got a nice hotel on Miami Beach.
It's fine.
So I didn't pay for anything to get down there, except for just a little bit towards the hotel. And then we had a long weekend. So most of our trip was
Did you stay in like Miami proper, or were you on like South Beach?
it was a little north of South Beach. I think it's technically Miami Beach. It fell.
Called it.
So most of our trip was spent going to random restaurants and bars, mostly outdoors. Couple classy rooftop bars in Miami. That was good. Just
Saw
kind
some
of like
snaps from Prudence on those.
yeah.
Those were nice. Those rooftop ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like we had like reservations for our dinners, but like usually the afternoons and mornings would be like just either walking or Ubering to just random places, just seeing the sights. We went to like the Art Deco section of Miami
You pronounced
Beach.
it right this time.
I did. I know. I
Nice.
fucked it
I'm
up
proud of
last
you,
time.
buddy.
Thank you. Where one of the scenes from Scarface was, so that was money. Got to see that. Just a lot of. So I don't know a lot about mixed drinks. So like my like mission when I went there was like I'm gonna do like those crazy delicious mixed drinks like mojitos, Miami Vices, any random like I drink beer and I drink liquor. So I was like I'm gonna just invest in this stuff. So
Is that why you look so aged and weathered? Just the sheer amount of liquor and beer
come
you
on,
drink.
don't even. You're lying to yourself when you say that. I look 10 years younger than you and I'm older than you. Don't even lie.
That's right. You're a wee babe. You got a wee babe. But
You're not even Scottish. You just admitted it. see, you know what I was hoping was that you would have been exposed by actual Scots in Florida. Like there would just you just happen to run into these like real Scottish people.
well, that's when you just fight.
You're
them
a
at that point.
freak.
You just fight them.
You know, Angus, I don't think they're actually Scottish.
I think that, and I cannot say this for
That was
all of
insulting.
Florida because
Accent.
I only went to Miami. But as far as Miami is concerned, you'd be surprised how safe they were. It was masks all the time. Like there was like a good. They made sure there was social distancing. Not a lot of douchebags that I encountered.
South Beach was the complete opposite.
It was fine. It was like a lot of like positivity, fun, and one of the things like it's so it's Miami, so it's almost all Hispanic speaking people, mostly Cubans that came over to Florida, and any bar or restaurant you go to, aside from the occasional like 80s music, which was classic, it's all Hispanic house music. And do I want to hear that all the time? No, but leaving Michigan and just hearing that, I was like, what a refreshing change of pace that there's like a constant like cumulative like kind of energy going on with this whole city. So it was cool. It was enjoyable. There was one taco stand that we went to that I liked. It was called Bodega, and you go up to the counter, you order your taco. And one of the guys I was there with, he's like, go through that bathroom over there. So I went through the bathroom. I'm like, what am I looking for? And there's a door on the other side of the bathroom. And through this taco stand, I open the door, and there's this elaborate, very classy nightclub just going on. I was like, oh, shit, this is some of that speakeasy shit. I was like, I like that. I like the hidden. There's so
You
many
gotta go
hidden
through the
gems.
shitter to fucking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like going to any city and someone tells you about that hidden gem that no one knows about unless some person who's been there before tells you.
But everybody knows about it because it's
I mean,
advertised as such.
but it wasn't though. It really wasn't. No one was going through there back and forth. I was like I was like, why is he telling me to go here? There was no one else there. I was like, this is kind of weird.
Anytime a grown man tells me to walk through that bathroom, I'm probably not going to walk through that
He's
bathroom.
also probably 5 inches behind you. It was me.
You're just.
There was one time that we were getting so everyone like basically everyone there, whether they look Hispanic or they're white as shit, they all have like some type of Spanish accent. Like no one there like spoke straight like English that like sounded like they were from America. Everyone had a Hispanic accent. There was one Uber we took where the Uber driver did not speak a lick of English. So I was like, I like this guy. I'm going to converse with him. I pulled out my phone. Everything I wanted to say, I typed into Google, and then I pressed translate, and it would just speak in Spanish to him. So we had the conversation that way the whole time.
Nice. This is the same guy you got to play Madonna, or?
Yeah, I did get a video. My rule is whenever I get really fucked up at a bar and we get an Uber home, I request Madonna. And not only that, the Uber driver has to sing to Madonna. And yeah, it was not the same guy, but yes, we did play Madonna.
The guy who can't speak any English singing to Madonna would have been fucking golden.
He sang. I made him sing.
Fucking.
It
sounds like you had a much better time than I did.
They always do. No, I did. I think I must have gotten like
That's
just
usually
like
how it goes.
the part of the city that was a little more warming and welcoming.
Because mine was just dirty, and it was like you're saying, like even if they were white people, there was a little bit of Spanish flair, Spanish accent, or whatever. Mine was literally just straight white people everywhere, like dirty white people.
You went to the wrong spot, man.
Yeah, it was no bueno. And there were resorts all around us and shit. So it was the resort area of South Beach, right? But it was just a shithole.
Really?
Like people were, I don't know. It was not good. It was not good at all.
I had a good time. I would honestly with the shutdown and everything, and the fact that Michigan just sucks during the winter, I would go to Miami at least one weekend out of the year, at least once a year, just because I had a fantastic time.
Do you remember when we went to Chicago and were offered cocaine within the first 30 seconds of getting
Same
there?
thing happened in Miami.
So,
Why do these people wait till I'm drunk to offer me this?
so
I would buy it then.
I was very
Yeah.
surprised. Fucking New Year's, right? Paul, he's like, hey man, you got to suit up with me. Suit up. I'm like, I'm not fucking suiting up on New Year's. He's like, why, bro? It's New Year's. I'm like, everyone's gonna be wearing a suit on fucking New Year's. I'm like, every dickhead is gonna be
that
in
guy,
a suit.
don't you?
I'm like, I'm not wearing a fucking suit. So I throw on the fucking purple bell bottoms, black shirt, right? Everyone's like, yo, those fucking pants, right? And I'm like, yeah, look at this dickhead in a suit, like every other asshole, right? Everyone's in a fucking suit, right? The only other
Really?
person,
Where were you?
we were in fucking Savannah. the
But
historic-
what bar?
We were all over the place. Every dude was in a suit.
Really?
Every dude was in a suit.
Really?
Every dude.
Really?
Every dude.
In Savannah?
Every dude.
It's different in the South. They
Is
dress
it?
up more down there.
No shit.
Dude, every...
I like that I like that aspect.
Fucking-
I like
I
dressing
like it
up
too.
though. I like that.
So do I.
I like wearing a tie at work, man. I honestly do.
You won't after 3 years. I'll tell you
No,
that.
I do.
Calm down, David Carradine. Chill the fuck out.
No, I'm not even that classy. I'm just
seriously?
saying, like, I like doing that like my grandfather did. It's
My
something.
uncle
I
still
respect-
dresses up when he flies.
Well, yeah, your grandfather wore a
Really?
suit.
Yeah, my Uncle Larry.
Or your
Larry?
grandfather wore a
He
tie
dresses
when he
up when he
fucking
flies.
dressed
Oh,
for battle to
shit.
fight the Nazis, okay?
He's always about that.
I've got a story about that, but not for this podcast.
Okay. But,
Do you have 2 Four Locos? I saw you have a
Yes.
green one earlier.
so you're definitely going to die tonight, right?
No, dude, I'm probably the most sober one here.
You-
I barely said anything.
I'm sorry.
How many
I'm sorry,
Four
you're the most
Locos
sober
does
one
it
here?
take?
I don't know yet. How bad do you want to find out?
I'm
How
gonna tell
many,
you a
how many
story.
Four Locos do you
I don't
have?
know if I've had
2.
Four Locos since
Get
the time
more.
at Nick's
That's
apartment.
8 locos.
Eight-
I don't know.
Ocho crazy.
Yeah, yes.
So,
yes,
My favorite
that's
Four
what they
Loco.
would say in Miami.
My favorite Four Loko story was when we still lived in East Lansing and we were going to state. And when we met Bobby, he came over. He brought 2 Four Lokos to pregame. He took them both down, and he started puking in Nick's bathroom
Treehouse.
in Treehouse. And then Nick and I go in there to help him out. We're like, "Hey, bro, you okay? You need water or anything?" He said, "Fuck you! I will fight you!" And his face is on the floor. He's like, "I will beat the shit out of him." He threatened to beat the shit out of us.
Well, you just
The last
be
time I
patient.
ever had to
The night is young, Dino. I may
It
still
was.
fight
They didn't even go to
you.
the bar yet.
I will say this though, there
They
was
left
one
me there. It came back.
Hey, I was going to say, did you really mean we didn't go to the bar? Because I'm pretty sure you
No,
didn't
I
leave
didn't
that floor,
go.
yeah.
I do remember this though. There was a night, I think it was Halloween, might have been the same year, where I pregame with some Four Locos and also had shots of vodka, and then we went to a couple keggers. And you and I had been texting earlier, and I was like, "Meet us up at the bar or at the party. This party here, it's at. This is where we're going." All this shit, and I blacked out. I went to these keggers, blah blah blah. So then Sunday, I woke up and I texted Bobby. I was like, "Dude, where were you? I didn't see you." And his response was, "We hung out all night."
Dude, do you remember that one that Halloween, Alex, when we were Team X Blades
Yes.
from Brink?
Christian? Oh yeah. I saw
so-
that picture, by
Dude,
the way.
yeah, you got to send me that. But we were Team X Blades from the Disney Channel original movie Brink about aggressive inline skating. Everywhere we went,
I have a
Went
question.
all out.
Is
We
there
even
any?
bought rollerblades for that.
Those
I
outfits were
wore
spot on.
rollerblades all night, and it was the most fucked up I had been in a long time. I never felt.
And we just talked shit to everybody that walked by us towards the party.
I remember you
Whenever,
guys saying,
whenever
90s
anyone
shit.
said shit to us, we said, "Do it or vacate," and they're just like,
Stupid,
they got
terrible
us.
fucking 90s comebacks.
I
That's
was
what
blown
you
away.
got.
This is when we lived at the Lex, and I was like, "This is the greatest Halloween costume ever." And I think one of you said, "Like, I hope to God we meet Team Pup and Sons."
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah.
We will
It was-
fuck them
It
up.
was you, me, and Christian, right? Because I was like, it can't be two people. It needs to be at least three people to be a team.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Wasn't there something about 3 people, 2 people, 1 people we were talking about earlier?
It's if it's 2 or less, it's gay. If it's 3 or more, not gay.
Okay. So you guys straight. You're gold.
Straight. Yeah.
Okay. But I'm still beating off in the corner.
That's fair. It's not gay. as
I
long
don't
as
care
it's-
who you bring home from Tinder. I'm just saying I'm going to be in the corner beating off.
Wait, he like
That's
broke
the
into
rule,
your house.
That's the rule.
Can you make sure you're wearing fucking aggressive inline roller skates while you're doing it?
Yeah, that's it.
Is there
That's
any,
it. I'm
is
not
there-
wearing any clothing. I'm just wearing inline
Is there-
skates
is
and
there-
I'm beating off in the corner.
Is there any form?
I'm sponsored! Ah!
Is there any?
Poppin' Suds!
Is there
You gotta
any
just
form
clip
of
the fuck out
inline
of that
skating that
shit.
isn't aggressive?
No. So the whole point of that is that if you're an extreme sport, you don't have to do that. So the inline skate, the rollerblading thing, the whole idea of calling it aggressive inline is a form of compensation right up front. They're like, "Oh, we're aggressive inline. It's not gay. It's not gay that we're rollerblading.
Promise.
If it's aggressive, how can it be gay?"
I mean, I'm pretty.
See?
I'm pretty sure that you could have aggressive butt sex with another dude. I'm just putting that out there.
I'm pretty sure it does happen.
How sure are you?
Is that
like a
is that a
test?
lesson you learned in Miami? Is that what Big Miami Boiz is really about?
Big Miami boy.
So fucking Paul, right?
I've been sitting here this whole time waiting for that story.
So after I left, after the Miami, right, the Scottish night, when I was like, dude, fuck this, I'm gonna fucking stop doing the accent, or I gotta go home, right? So I go back to the hotel. Next day, I'm talking to Paul next morning, right, and he's like, yeah, man, he's like, I left the bar like probably, I don't know, maybe an hour after you did. And he's like, and I just started walking. He's like, it started walking the wrong way, like 14 blocks or some shit. And I was like, okay, well, you didn't realize after about block 2 that you were going the wrong fucking way, you moron? And he's like, yeah, whatever. He was like, I ended up like right outside a gay bar. And he's like, and I was like, wait a minute, I don't think I'm going the right way. And I was like,
Or are you?
Speaking of gay bars,
and he's
has
like,
Dino
wait-
ever told the gay bar story about our
wait.
show?
wait. So then
There
I
is a good
so then I
story
asked him.
behind that.
Then I asked him. I was like, wait a minute. You mean to tell me you waited all the way back up in Ferndale? Alright.
Oh wow, it comes back around.
I didn't ask him that. But so another funny little story. You know how there's like a Jeep thing, right? Where like you see a Jeep and you drive a Jeep, you see another Jeep, you wave at the Jeep,
It's like a cult.
right? So I drive a Nissan Frontier, right?
Love that.
So I started seeing a shit ton of Nissan Frontiers since we hit a certain point going south, right?
Really?
Well, they
Here.
drive a ton of foreign vehicles down there. Like
No shit.
Japanese, yeah.
Because we're farther away from the big 3.
Well,
that
that
kind of
and
thing.
there's a bunch of like Toyota and Nissan plants down south.
Ah.
So the Toyota Toyota Camry in like 2018 was voted like the most American vehicle. Toyota, right? So fucking, I'm seeing all these.
Sorry, Michigan. You know.
Yeah, I'm seeing all these like Frontiers, and I'm like, oh, should I drive one of those? I'm like, nice Frontier, bro. And so Paul's like, dude, will you shut the fuck up? So then it becomes every single time I see a Frontier, which there was a point where I saw like 9 Frontiers within a 10-minute window, right? And I'm going, dude, sweet Frontier, bro. Like every time I see one.
Wait, you saw 9 Frontiers in a 10-minute window? Sounds like Manifest Destiny. Keep going.
So then he starts trying to be an asshole. And he's like starts doing it with other BMWs, trying to like car shame me because he drives a brand new Beamer, right? So we're out at the bar last night, and everyone's like, "Hey, how was your guys' trip to Miami?" And I was like, "Oh, you'll never believe what this asshole was doing. Every time he saw a Beamer, he kept saying, 'Oh, nice Beamer, bro.'" And I tried to pawn off me being a jackass on him. So I don't know. This is the funniest shit on the planet because I made a fucking. That was the best part of the road trip to me. Was fucking being a complete dickhead driving down. But what else do we got, boys? What's next? Who's got something fun to say?
What was the gay bar story?
Oh, gay bar
I
story.
never told him about that story about where we played a show in Pontiac.
Yeah, Bobby and I's
I've heard this. I know
first
this.
band when we were Lansing based, we played a show in Pontiac at the
Crowfoot. It was
Crowfoot.
the Pike Room, though.
It was the
Yeah.
Pike Room in Crowfoot. It was in downtown Pontiac. It was a Sunday night, so we finished the show.
Surprisingly good show for a Sunday night.
Not
though.
too bad, not too bad. So
played-
a lot
you
of our
played it-
friends came out. So Ryan's there, Steve's there. I think Luke was there, and maybe one other Zeke. And it's Bobby and Christian and me. Christian was our singer at the time, and we're walking around. Pontiac sucks. It's just
Pontiac
dead.
fucking.
That's
And
like the
we're-
only
especially
part
the-
that's,
You were
like,
hanging out
good
in
about it.
Pontiac where it was still really you could get stabbied here.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
stabby.
Yeah.
So we're walking around. We're just hungry. We want to eat, and we see a bar, and there's a guy smoking outside. We're like, "Hey, is this place open? Do they have food?" He's like, "Yeah, they have food." So we're like, all 8 of us go in. We get a booth, and we order food, and we're just jib-jabbing. And I remember, from my perspective, ordering our food, and then Steve sitting next to me taps me on the shoulder, and he goes, "Dude, this is a gay bar." I'm like, "How could you possibly know that?" And he's like, "Look." And I swear to God, from the ceiling, which is a tall ceiling, there's like this rope, and some naked dude is like spiraling down like Spider-Man, and there's multiple dudes just spiraling down. I'm like, "Oh, that's why they've been playing Maroon 5 all night." And we're committed. We already ordered food, and it was called Liberty. So to this day, we say "Viva la Liberty."
I feel like Pontiac's not the greatest spot for a gay bar. Just feel like
I don't know. I was
downtown
Well, speaking
Pontiac.
of our band playing out, before we wrap this all up, there's a band that has a new single out, right?
us.
I
Our
think
band.
so.
What's our band's name?
I can't remember.
Das Leper.
Das
Leper.
Leper. Yes, Day Sleeper has just released "Hollywood Lost the War," the first single off our upcoming album. Music video to follow, album to follow. You can find it on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Music, which is what I have.
The same places you can find us.
Oh, the Holiday House. Are we on those as well?
I don't know. Are we, Bobby?
Das Holiday House.
Eventually.
Oh, we're not even. What do we pay him for?
Nothing. Well, we don't pay him.
I
That's
just
why he
watch
doesn't
these
do
at
anything.
home and jerk off.
To what?
I don't post them. I just save them for myself.
How's that going?
I think that's where we end it. I think that's where we end it.
Big Miami Boiz.
Keep an eye out for the Goth Chef.
Oh,
Coming
yeah.
soon
Yeah.
to a theater near you.
To a computer.
To a
screen, yeah, 'cause
viewing
Some
let's be
kind
real.
of screen.
Yeah,
You got a screen you can watch.
We're
You
working
can
on a
barely
deal with
make
HBO Max. That's what
no
we'll
big
need.
deal.
They'll take anybody.
Yeah, that's true. They will.
They'll take
You know,
us.
I'm more of a fan of stars myself.
The Skinamax.
They ain't no stars though.
They're all Skinamax now. I mean, fucking.
Yeah.
I used to hate when we'd go on like a family road, like we'd go somewhere with like my dad, and we'd have to stay at a hotel or something. And he'd be like, "No Skinamax," or some shit like that.
Hey, your dad used
Don't
to
you
say
tell
that
how
to
live
me
my
too.
life, Dad.
What?
Don't you tell me how to live my life,
Yeah.
Dad.
And I was like, "Guys, come on." Like,
Your one rule's no
or
Skinamax.
like he would say it, and I'd be like, "Dude, I have a phone." Like what?
He's like, what? You're like, I'm 28.
Why are we staying in this shitty Motel 6?
I don't have a VHS player for this shit. Fuck out my face.
Watches
Dad.
a porno on a TV anyway.
I would if it was in like an old '90s VHS porno. I would.
We got to bring that back.
You can't. It's a classic. You know what I'm saying? The graininess, that weird line that runs down the screen.
No, it's the best.
Like-
Bushes.
the
big
bushes.
hair,
The bushes.
the bushes, the
Dude.
big hair, the skin lines.
Don't get me
the
started
tan
on the
lines.
bushes.
We already started.
We're talking about bushes now.
The music, the soundtrack.
Big Bush
The
boys.
shitty acting with a big dude. The male ponytails. Oh, dude.
Man buns?
No ponytails. Yeah. There's always some dude working on the fucking cable. Husband's gone.
Nothing's better than stuck porn.
Oh my god.
End it.